don't see Axel. So it is very plausible that Axel is doing it, which of course is the actual case.
Yeah, both times when you see TJ, he's talking to Sarah and her friend, and when you see Axel, he's talking to Sarah and her friend.
Yeah.
So you don't see either one of them find any of the other bodies
Yes.
or interact with anyone else down in the mines.
Yes, and so...
Fun scene where they come to a head in two different tunnels, and you see a headlight coming down one side, and so you assume it's the miner, and Axel swings and hits TJ
in the chest. Patty. Her name's Patty.
There we go. Just call him Cannon Fodder 1, Cannon Fodder 2, Cannon Fodder 3.
I do say, like, they do come up with a good plan. Like, let's just get him out of here. We'll send him back down for help. Like, I mean, like you said, this is not a... Other than the kids throwing their own Valentine's Day party, like, they do... And going down into the goddamn mine. Most of them do kind of... the right thing in a chaotic situation.
This is not a movie with stupid characters necessarily.
Stupid choices, but not stupidity throughout.
Right.
Like, it's not a stupid character, it's just a character with stupid choices. But, like, they do make better calls, like, later on. So, yeah, I will say that this is one of those better D movies where, you know, not everyone's a total dumbass.
The sheriff has arrived at the mines and is looking around, then hears his walkie going off, which is the lead up to us finding out that Harry Warden has been dead.
Yes.
Which is 5 years that he's been dead, by the way. I fucked it up. The elevators out of the mine shaft have been broken.
Yep.
The control panel is shattered.
Yep. So clearly, the murder miner made it very clear, like, you're not getting out of here. I will say, like, Patty kind of loses her shit here. And I think it's just because, like... I think she's losing her shit a little more here because she's, like, terrified of the situation and they're going in a route. She's scared, they're underground, they're dirty.
And climbing a ladder straight up, like, that's not super easy. There's a reason that there are machines at gyms that mimic this.
Yeah. So, ladder climbing is not as easy as it's made out to be.
And like I said, 2,000 feet down.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So, and she's wearing high heels.
Yeah. Yeah, and she's scared of heights. Like, it's dark, it's wet, it's dirty, there's a murderer somewhere. Like, she's horrified.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so even, you know, she says, I'm afraid of heights. So doing this on a good day would be incredibly difficult for her.
Yeah, so imagine doing it in the most terrifying moment of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just, yeah. And then a body drops.
That is our good friend Howard.
Yes. Howard ran off by himself, like a chicken shit, without helping the girls or anything, and then he is missing his head.
Yeah, so what happens is he's hanging by a noose, and when he drops down,
he's headless.
Yeah, it severs his head. Yeah. It's a good kill.
It is a good kill. It's a very creative kill. So then they start immediately just going back down.
Good old headless Howard.
TJ and Axel really do work well together here.
Yeah. And the funniest thing about it is that now we've both seen it multiple times at this point. We know that Axel is bullshitting them.
Yes.
So,
in the first one, the murderer ends up having like a mental disorder, and disassociates and doesn't realize that the murderer is him. So I'm wondering if this might be somewhat of the same. Like, you know, I don't like. Does Axel know that he's the one doing it? Is it?
Yes.
How do you see that?
So now they have lost Axel, and they're given the impression that he has fallen into the water.
Right, which you never see.
Right.
You just see bubbling.
Yeah. So at one point he sends TJ off with the girls.
Yeah.
So he can stay behind and then fakes his own death, so that he can come back and kill them.
Oh, and so they don't suspect it's him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because.
So do you? Okay.
Yeah.
So you fully believe Axel is fully aware of his actions here?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, because I believe they talked to him, like, out of the mining outfit as the killer.
Okay.
Yeah, there's also the scene where Axel says, I know a shortcut. So it's implied that he knows the mines really, really well.
Sure.
Which, if his father was...
the supervisor of the mine, of course he would. He grew up in them.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we're making assumptions about his dad bringing him to work,
right. But we are assuming more than what the movie has shown us.
He is a mining from a mining family.
Yeah.
In a mining town.
Yes.
So TJ has not been around for a while.
Right, so of course he wouldn't know the mines as well, even though we have had scenes of him working down there.
Mm-hmm.
And so now Patty has died. Patty got pickaxed to the stomach.
Yeah.
I loved Patty.
She did not make it out alive.
She didn't make it out alive.
Sarah's white dress is now filthy. She looks like she's absolutely been through the ringer.
Yeah, she's covered in blood and sweat, water, dirt,
Coal dust.
And they do a very good job of keeping, like, TJ and the miner not in the same scene.
Mm-hmm.
So they keep you thinking that it's him.
Or Axel either.
Yeah, Axel, definitely. So they make you continuously think that I think they just really ham up the hand that it's TJ.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think, implied more that it's him. You don't get that vibe from Axel.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. TJ seems angrier. He just got back.
Mm-hmm. And
the murders just started.
The timing is very convenient.
Yes. And so everyone, the sheriff has there are kids in the mines. We've got to go down and get them. And he's wrangled a pretty heavy group.
And now we see the miner for the first time separate from TJ.
Yes. Yep. And so it's TJ, it's Sarah, it's the miner. And TJ's trying to struggle with the box to get it.
The cart's up and running so they can escape.
Yep. And the miner jumps into one. TJ jumps in first, then the miner comes up behind. So they're working their way up.
It's a great sequence.
It is a really good sequence. It's
Now the sheriff and his posse are running down the mine shaft to try and get the kids out of there. As they call them.
Lead them out. And so they are going up the carts. They are running up the carts. And so now TJ and the miner are having this really interesting slow motion battle between a pickaxe and a shovel.
Yeah. I figure those are pretty heavy duty tools. Pickaxes are not light.
Oh God, no. No. Ooh. Pickaxes are not light in any capacity, and I don't imagine that shovel right there is pretty light. So they've, at this point, have jumped off the cart because they have to.
The miner knocked TJ off.
Yeah. And so pretty much the whole angry mob has found the cart that's going up. And I mean, they ran down there pretty quick, man. And so the sheriff has found blood on the cart, and the whole group is still going. They are still running down there. Axel and the miner are still fighting. This is one of those things where I wouldn't, the way that it's just one of those things where it's it's the typical scary movie tropes of they're not hitting correctly, it's a very slow motion fight, the chick trips and falls. This is why I'm saying it's a D-grade horror movie.
But if you think about the setting...
He still could have hit him overhand. That's the whole point of the pickaxe.
Well, that area is not...
not where they are right now, but where they were. My partner tried to, laugh at the fact that TJ had a shovel and the miner had a pickaxe. I'm sorry, in the right hands, that shovel could have killed him just as easily as that pickaxe could.
Yeah.
And that was a heavy-duty ass shovel. And so Sarah she gets in there, she grabs a huge stone and just hits the miner over the head. There we go.
Pulls his gas mask off, reveals his face.
Well, she trips. She goes to, because Axel has a knife in his hand. He's over TJ, and he goes to stab him. She goes to, grab him or do something, and she trips and grabs his mask off his face, and it's Axel. And then you have your very awesome 80s flashback of the dad getting murdered with the pickaxe. And then Axel watching it happen, laying under the bed covered in his... And I love that he just goes, it's Axel, and everyone knows who he's talking about.
Yeah. Small town.
Yeah.
Bad gas travels fast in a small town. Then the mayor.
The mayor knowing what he knows, man.
It was on Valentine's Day that Harry Warden killed Axel's father.
Yep. And Axel watched.
They're now trying to dig out the...
corpse of Axel.
The collapsed portion of the mine, and they realize that he's still alive.
Yeah.
There are very few movies that actually say the title of the movie. This one does.
Yep. Sarah, be my bloody Valentine.
Yeah, so there's some songs in the movie. The soundtrack was composed by Paul Zaza and a Canadian country singer named Marie Bottrell. And there's this great folk ballad at the end of the movie called The Ballad of Harry Warden. Unfortunately, it's never been released in any real format.
Sure.
But yeah, it's something.
Jay, do you know know what time it is?
Oh, I think it's time for our game
It's
amongst games.
time for our game.
Yeah.
All right. So this, I believe, is the deciding card.
Well, theoretically.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
So Jay and I is 2 and 2. All right. All right. So I'm just gonna shuffle. Hopefully I don't take a card that we've already done. Okay. No, I don't want that one. Yeah, I want this one. Okay. All right. So our horror trivia game, you know the rules. Each card has 2 questions on it. You have to answer both questions correctly to get the card. Each card has a weapon in the top right-hand corner, and you have to collect 3 weapons, and there are 5 different weapons. So, Jay has a crucifix and a chainsaw. I have a machete, and the first one we didn't write down, so I don't know. But for an axe, what 1990 movie involving a series of short horror films features performances by Steve Buscemi, Julianne Moore, and Christian Slater?
What's the year of it?
1990. Do you want me to read you the question again?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Tales from the Dark Side, the movie.
I've never seen Tales from the Dark Side.
Anthology movies are pretty big in horror movies, I feel like.
Yeah.
So it's hard to remember which ones you've seen and which ones you
And
haven't.
I didn't realize that they were actual name actors in that movie.
Yeah. What mythical creature did Hadley hope to see as a killer in Cabin in the Woods?
Oh, fuck.
This is really funny, actually. This is actually how he died.
Is it a Sasquatch?
No. But you're in the right realm of mythical creature.
What was it?
A merman.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You were in the right realm.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, JB.
I'm not going to read this one, but the question is, what holiday-themed movie features a crazed miner and a pickaxe?
My Bloody Valentine.
That's
1981 and
Not
09.
what we're going with.
Are you sure? I just got
Yes.
that one right. You might as well just give me the second question. I already got it right.
In the movie Predator, what substance conceals the character Dutch from the creature?
Mud.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, it's an X.
Hey! And I won the game. Hey!
I like
All
that
right.
you got passed on a card for me, but I tried and you were like, oh no.
Well, you already asked me the first question, so I already...
That's because I was just saying what the question
you already asked me
was.
the first question.
Yeah.
Hey now. So it is 1-0 in our wonderful game here. I am gonna keep score of that. Maybe round 2, because we're gonna do like what, 50 out of 100. So
I'm
we're
just
gonna
keep going.
50. We're gonna do 51 out of 48. So
51 out of 48.
What did I say?
You said 51 out of 48.
Oh, that's not what I meant.
No.
All right. Well, we're gonna 51 out of 100.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So Victoria has won one whole game. There we go. There we go, sir. There we go. Well, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Happy
Thank you.
Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Hope you guys do something fun, whatever that might mean to you, whether that's hanging out with a loved one, hanging out with some gal pals, hanging out with your dude pals. If you like a good gory Valentine's Day.
Where can you find us on social media?
Where can you find us on the social media? You can go to Instagram,
Yes.
the Scary Movie Club Podcast at Instagram. We also have our spread shop in the link in our bio. For the past few weeks, we did not. We thought we did not, so apologies there. It is back in the link in our bio, so if you're interested in merch, please head over there. You can tweet at us, Scary Movie Club 1. That's the numerical 1. So Scary Movie Club 1. Head on over to Facebook, the Scary Movie Club Podcast. And then
We've got a TikTok.
Oh boy, do we.
Yeah. At the Scary Movie Club Podcast.
Yep.
On the TikToks. So we are going to start posting TikToks at least once a week. Maybe more. We've got some fun projects coming up that we are going to do. They're going to be kind of special to that.
Yeah. Looking forward to those.
Yeah. So follow us on there.
Head over. And if you are so inclined to send us an email,
I cannot ask enough to
rate, review, subscribe.
Yeah, all of that stuff.
All the things.
Yeah. I know it sounds crazy, but it helps us out a lot if
does.
you do that. It gets more eyes on us.
And if you like us,
Yeah.
we're gonna keep doing this whether we have listeners or not. This is just an excuse for us to watch scary movies and talk about them.
Yeah. Anyway, like, rate, review, subscribe. let's keep doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Hope you like the movie. If you watch it on your own accord, again, please go into it knowing it is a very 80s horror movie. Thanks, guys. Happy Valentine's Day. Have a good one.
We'll see you.
Bye.
Bye.